I've always loved making cards and creating pretty things for family and friends, and family's everything to me. My children I just cherish and love, and I have the most amazing husband. I think it really started after the birth of our youngest, who now is 11. He was born with Down syndrome. And having Down syndrome, he was in need of the early intervention program the first 3 years of his life. So I had a group of therapists coming to work with us every week, doing speech therapy and everything that's required for these little guys. And when the 3 years were over, I wanted to give them a very special thank you. I couldn't find anything that really impressed me, so I decided I would make my own thank you and express my gratitude and kind of going out of my way to them for what they had done for our little guy and for our family. So when I gave them the cards, their response was, "Oh my goodness, you made me feel so special with that card." And I thought, whoa, I just kept seeing the effect that that had on them, and I thought, wow, what if I could, through cards, make everybody feel that way? So I just started making cards here and there, and eventually decided to make a lot and enough to sell at vendor tables, at conferences, or at events. And that led to craft shows. Then I kept thinking, you know, I'd really like to get a lot of exposure. So we started our website, and ROCPaperScissors.com was born. And we have received visitors from all over the world. I've received order requests from all over the world as well. I think the furthest we've gotten is Turkey. We also have an online presence on Facebook, on Pinterest, and we have an Etsy shop. You can find us on Etsy at ROC Paper Scissors Card, singular card. We've had the support of so many. Our community has come together to support this endeavor. Press locally, TV news locally, local TV shows as well, bloggers from all over the country. It's just been a beautiful thing. I've met amazing people. We have all kinds of cards. We have special occasion cards. We have all occasion cards, which include birthday or just a design that's blank that you can use for anything and everything you want. One of the unique things about our business is the custom cards. And the custom cards are not little cards. We make them 8 by 10 and 12 by 12, so they're large enough to be framed. When people kept coming to me saying, "I got that card framed, that little Christmas card," or "I've got that thank you card, I have it in my desk," and they have these little 4 by 5 or 5 by 7 cards, I thought to myself, well, what if we do something really large that they can frame? And I think that's when the star of our little shop was born, and it's what we've called the custom cards. And what the custom cards basically are paper portraits. And I think that's what makes this very unique. People know of portraits when they're made in canvas and oil, very fancy and very beautifully framed. People have photography portraits done all the time, but I don't know, not that they're not out there, but I don't know of anyone else who makes paper portraits. And so that's what makes us unique. With our paper portraits, or what we call our custom cards, first of all, when someone opens this gigantic envelope, they're never going to, in their life, imagine that what they're about to open is themselves. They're going to see themselves on paper. And we usually make it to where it is so distinguishable, the traits of the people that my customers and my clients come and ask me to make these kind of cards for. We try and get the hair shade right. We try and get the hair movement right, the stance of the body, the build of the body, the clothes that they're wearing. I always try and replicate the clothes they're wearing, or a special trinket, or something that is meaningful to them, that as soon as they open that up and they see it, they know it's them, and they're wearing the favorite locket that their father who passed away gave them, or, you know, just very special things like that. Every card design starts with a sketch, whether it's an all occasion card or our premium custom cards. That takes a lot of sketching to figure out and pull together the exact design that we want to have for our customers. The materials I use are obviously paper. I use a lot of cardstock. I think, like most women in shoes, that they can't have enough shoes, I can't have enough paper. I try and find all kinds of shades, colors, and textures, anything that I can eventually and potentially use for whether it be a regular line card or a custom card to create that texture and that effect that I want. I use ink, chalk, mixed media, paint, pencils. I use a lot of Austrian crystal and metallic embellishments, anything I can to give it the dimension and the texture. And yet I want to make it mailable and frameable. We get all kinds of special requests from our customers. I had a customer who came in and her family had printed out some beautiful baby shower invitations, and she wanted to make some thank you cards for the people who had attended the baby shower, carrying the same chalkboard banner theme that she had carried throughout her whole party. And so we came up with a series of beautiful thank you cards for her guests. And eventually she also had made custom cards for the hostesses as a very special thank you for having done that for her. I've met wonderful people online and personally throughout this business. I've met some amazing people in card workshops that I've held in the past. I love teaching tips and techniques to card making and what I call tricks of the trade. I see my business evolving in different ways. I would love to be able to obviously continue to make the custom cards, make these gorgeous paper portraits. I feel like every time I make one, they get better and better, so I really want to see how far I can go. I would also love to write books. I would love to write books on card making techniques, how-tos, tips, tricks, things that I've taught at workshops. And I would also love a book showcasing some of the finest work of my custom cards, kind of like an art gallery book. I think that one would make an awesome coffee table book, don't you? I would also like to see my more exclusive line of cards, like my baby cards and my wedding cards, in the high-end retail shops across the country, to start with across the country. But I would love to see them all over the world. Currently I'm working on a baby card series that I've called American Baby. And the American Baby idea started with a card I designed years ago that I call Florida Baby. And I thought to myself, well, how wonderful if a baby's born in Florida that you can announce it with that card, or that someone can send the congratulations to the family who had the baby in Florida, or that they could use it any way they wanted to with a cute Florida baby theme. And so I thought to myself, why don't I design one for every state? So I have this exclusive line on my Etsy shop of the American Baby series, and we should be done with the collection by the end of the fall. When you're living your dream, it's not work. It allows me to do what I love, to be with the people that I love, and as my family grows and our business grows, we just want everyone to know out there about this unique way of capturing your everyday moments or those special memories on masterpieces on paper.